Good day, students. My name is Teacher Liz, and our lesson for today is about the parts of a plant. And maybe on the next lesson, we can discuss its life cycle. So, I hope you're excited to learn with me since we actually coexist with plants, and plants are part of our daily lives. So maybe as a starter, you can think of something about what is your favorite plant? Why do you like a specific plant? Have you noticed what their parts are? So for me, just to share with you, personally, my favorite is a rose. So I have a rose at home and I usually go out and look at it and water it in the morning. So today actually it's on full bloom. So it gets me excited every time I see my plant. So I'm not sure with some of you, but hopefully if you have plants at home, you can use this lesson to determine their parts. So maybe we can start by giving you an overview of the different parts of a plant. So here you can see there are about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 parts of the plant that we are going to discuss. So we are going through each later. We're gonna show you where you can see each part and actually their functions. All right. So maybe to start off, all right. So maybe we can start to discuss in detail the first part of the plant, which is the root. So I'm just not sure if it is clear in your screen, but basically, the root is what we can find below the soil. So this is like the white scattered part over your screen, which is actually found over here. And just to enlarge or to increase the image of this one, ito actually makikita nyo siya sa left part kung ano ang itsura ng isang root or sa Tagalog ay ugat. So, as I said, it is found below the soil. So, para saan ang ugat? So, basically, the main function of the root is to hold the plant in the soil so it doesn't blow away. It also is the main part of the plant that takes in water. So, aside from that, it also allows to dissolve or tinutunaw nito ang sustansya na nakukuha ng isang halaman mula sa lupa. So, sa ating screen, ito ang lupa. So, kung anong sustansya ang nakukuha ng roots sa lupa, ay tinutunaw nito ito para mapunta sa ating halaman or sa ating plant. So, aside from this, ang ugat ay ang lugar kung saan nakatago ang iba pang pagkain ng halaman na kinakailangan nito para lumaki. So if you're going to think of it, roots of the plants are very important because they supply the food to the plant and also they are the ones who allows the plant to stand. So ngayon, kung may halaman kayo sa bahay, pwede kayo magpaturo sa inyong guardian kung saan nakikita ang ugat or ang root ng inyong mga halaman. Okay, so ang isa pang parte ng halaman that we would like to discuss for today is ang stem, or sa Tagalog, ang tinatawag nating tangkay. So what is the main function of the stem? So basically, it holds up the plant and carries water from the roots to the leaves. Aside from that, in this picture, you can actually find the stem between the roots o ang ugat sa Tagalog at ang leaf, which is ang dahon sa Tagalog. So this in the picture looks like a green straight line. On the left side, which we can discuss on a different topic, there are various parts of the stem. So we have the internode, the node, and the petiole. So, what are the other functions of a stem? So, first, it supports or serves as support for an elevation of leaves, flowers, and fruits. So, in Tagalog, tumutulong ito sa pagtayo ng halaman. Also, it transports fluids between the roots to the stem. Nagsisilbi itong tulay para dumaan ang tubig papuntang halaman mula sa ugat. Pero bakit nga ba importante ang tubig sa isang halaman? So, the water does serve as an essential part of a plant, basically because it allows the transport of nutrients and sugars from the soil to the plants. And then lastly, one of the function of the stem is to actually store the nutrients found in the soil. So, iniipon nito ang nutrients or ang sustansya na kailangan ng halaman para ito ay mabuhay. So, another part of the plant that's really important that we will also like to discuss today is the leaf. So, basically, this part of the plant is the easiest to determine or distinguish amongst all other parts. So, ang main use or gamit ng isang dahon or a leaf is to actually carry out a certain process or ang isang proseso na tinatawag natin na photosynthesis. So, ang photosynthesis is a process where plants make their own food using carbon dioxide, water, and sunlight. So, saan ba nagagaling ang carbon dioxide? So, ang carbon dioxide ay nakikita natin mula sa hangin. Ang water is something na nakukuha natin sa ulan or pwedeng ibinibigay natin sa halaman, at also ang sunlight which is nakukuha natin sa araw. So if you're going to relate what we can see here in the screen, so the leaves use light from the sun, carbon dioxide from the air, and the water taken in by the roots to make food for the plant. So basically, in a nutshell, the leaves creates or makes food for the plant. So one of the other parts and second to the last part that we want to discuss today, which is still part of the plant, is what we call the flower. So since napag-aralan na natin ang leaf, ang roots at ang stem, the last part of the plant of course is the ones that makes it look really beautiful is the flower. So the flower is the main reproductive part of the plant and can produce fruits, and also the one in charge in carrying out the seeds. So the flower attracts insects such as bees to support pollination. So sa madaling salita, kaya dumadami ang halaman o bagong halaman dahil sa bulaklak nito. So so to recap what we've discussed so far, we have here a picture of a flower which is what we call a dandelion. So on your right side, this is actually how it looks like in real life, and then on the left side or sa kaliwa is makikita natin ang drawing so that we could recap or review the parts that we've discussed so far. So a little later, we're going to discuss the seed. But again, we have the flower as the main reproductive system of the plant, and then we have the stem that is able to transport or pinapadaloy nito ang nutrients that can be found in the root or ang ugat and sa dahon, which is the leaf. And then we also have the leaf, which is in charge of creating the food for the plant through the process called photosynthesis. And then lastly, we have the root that allows the plant to stand and also gets the nutrients from the soil. Yes, and another review that we would also like to have is through a sunflower, which is basically the picture that we are showing since the first slide. So here we have the different parts of the plant, and it has a short description of the function. So later, if you do want to review, you can refer to this slide, which gives you a bigger picture or maybe a clearer picture of what are the different parts of the plant. Alright, so the last part of the plant that we want to discuss is actually what we call the seed or ang buto. So basically, seeds are formed in the center part of the flower or in the fruit. Also, fruits comes from flowers. Also, the seeds come in many shapes and sizes, and the plants grow from the seeds. So if ever you were able to eat some of these fruits, like for example, this watermelon, itong avocado, the apple, tomato, melon, and the other kinds of seeds found here in the screen, lahat ng mga prutas na yan ay merong seed. So basically, what I said are the main functions of the seed, and later we're going to discuss where we can find the parts of the seed.
We'll be right back after a short break.
Comradeship Philippines is a for-purpose travel and event organization sharing the power of volunteerism and instilling a culture of giving. Our team aims to combat poverty by working with partners who share the same passion. We envision improving the living condition of indigenous people and other vulnerable sectors in the community through sustainable development initiatives. In these trying times, we all need a larger space for kindness. And as we envision a community that can extend more hands to the marginalized, we are in need of those who can spare an hour or two in virtually connecting with us and joining our cause. You can be a catalyst for good through online volunteering, which allows the organization and its volunteers to team up and address challenges anywhere in the world. Online volunteering is fast, easy, and, most of all, effective. Whatever your talent or skill is, you surely have something valuable and meaningful to offer. Learn more about this great volunteering opportunity in the work of Comradeship Philippines through the organization's volunteer management portal or email us at volunteer@comradeshipph.org for inquiries. Join us now.
So as promised, we're going to discuss the different parts of the seed. So let's just wait for the presentation to come up. Alright, so basically as a starter, we are going to introduce three parts of the seed. We have the seed coat, which is found over here. The main function is to actually protect the seed. We have the cotyledon, which is in charge of the storage of the food, which is found here in the middle of the seed. And also, we also have what we call the embryo, which is called the baby plant. So as you can see here, it starts to form the leaves and the stem, and this is where you see the start of the formation of the root. So if you cut a bean in half, you will actually see these different parts. Alright, so just short information on the seed. The seed receives water and gets warm. The baby plant, which is called the embryo, is inside and will allow it to grow. Also, the process of a baby plant begins to grow, and the process on that is called germination. So we say the seed germinates or sprout if it starts to grow. So the first part of the plant we see pushing its way out of the seed coat is called the root, so which is found over here. So alright, so here we would like to show to you the picture of a bean seed and a corn seed that is already sprouting or is starting to germinate. So this is how it looks like. So as you can see, first it's still a seed, and then the root starting to grow, and then it plants it below the soil. It grows bigger until it is already a plant. Alright, and just to give you on how it looks like already after the seed germinates and grows into an adult plant or a plant with flowers, this is how it actually looks like in real life. So these are actual pictures of plants. So as you can see, they're already adult plants. So just a reminder, again, we've discussed this before. So it is the flower that makes seeds for new plants so that they can grow and develop. So alright, so maybe we can do a quick review of what you've learned so far. So don't be afraid to give some answers based on what you know. Of course, there are correct answers as we go through the review, but of course, it also serves as a way for you to capture your learning and to see if we have created a deep understanding of what we've learned so far. So the parts of the plants are so we have here the roots, the stems, the leaves, and the flowers. Alright, so we have another question. So what do plants need in order to grow? So we have A, B, and C. So letter A, if you can please just give or shout your answers, but just to also give you the same understanding based from the previous slide. Letter A is carbon dioxide from the air. Letter B, so hope you were able to answer. This is water. And then letter C is we have light from the sun. There you go. And then number 3, roots of a plant. Letter A, what's the function? Does it take in sunlight? B, does it take in water from the soil? C, does it hold the plant in the soil so it does not blow away? And then D, both B and C. So please tell me your answer. Giving you 5 seconds to answer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And alright, so we have another question. So the stem of a plant. So A, does it take in sunlight? B, does it take in water from the soil? C, does it carry the water from the roots to the leaves? Or D, does it hold the seeds? So the answer is letter C. Alright, so we have another question. So a plant need leaves to A, take in sunlight, B, take in carbon dioxide from the air, and C, make food. So what's the answer? The answer is letter D, all of the above. So number 6, the flower of a plant take in A, sunlight, B, make seeds for the plant, C, carry the water from the roots to the leaves, and D, take in water from the soil. So what's the answer? Is it A? Is it B? Is it C? Or is it D? So the answer is letter B. Alright, another question. Seeds are important to the plant because they, letter A, take in sunlight, B, take in water from the soil, C, make new plants, and D, make food for the plant. So the answer is letter C. Alright, so we just want to congratulate our student for having been able to reach the end of the session. And hopefully you were able to learn something about the parts of the plant and of course about the seeds. So we would just like to give you a token of appreciation by sending you this flower. So again, this is Teacher Liz. Hope you learned something from me, and please stay in tune for the other lessons that other teachers prepared for you and another lesson that I will be creating on another video. So thank you and have a great day. Bye-bye.